Now let's look at the stitching. Look at the palm of each glove side by side. When you look at the stitching in the fingers of each glove, the difference between these gloves becomes very obvious. The fingers of the white glove are straight and uniform, while the fingers in the black glove are crooked and warped. This is the single most obvious sign that these are not a genuine Alpinestars product at all. But look closely at other parts of the stitching too. You can see that the stitches on the white glove overall are tighter and more perfectly aligned, while the stitches on the black glove look larger, more hastily done, and just aren't even straight. There are also several loose threads in the black gloves. Now in fairness, there were some loose threads in the white gloves too, but to a far lesser extent. Now let's check out the fit, and keep in mind these are both brand new gloves, so there's been no chance for either one to get broken in. When I put the white glove on, it feels snug and anatomically correct, and the pre-curve in it feels the way it should. When I put the black glove on, however, the fit is immediately more awkward. There's a lot of room left in the fingertips, and the thumb area is particularly baggy. Now taking a look at the expansion panels, you can see a clear difference here. While there are the same number of folds in each one, the panels are tight and uniform on the white ones, and looser and sloppier looking on the black ones. Now let's take a look at the logos and the paint. You can see here that the logos on each glove are virtually identical. There's no real notable differences here. But take a look at the paint underneath the clear injection molding on the wrist cuff of the black glove. You can see where some part of the manufacturing process actually damaged the paint in multiple places. Now we've shown you all the places the black knockoff gloves and the white genuine gloves differ on the outside of the glove. But that's only half the story. It's on the inside of these gloves where we'll see how these two gloves really differ. So let's get to the fun part and actually cut these things apart. The foam located in these impact areas, which is used to protect your hand if you crash, is completely different in each of the glove. On the knockoff, it looks like the kind of cheap foam you would find inside a packaging or shipping container, whereas the foam, the EPS foam on the Alpinestars gloves, is a much denser and could definitely take a lot more of an impact. Okay, what we're looking at here is the palm of each glove. Now again, the palm of the knockoff glove is clearly not leather, but instead some kind of imitation leather, and you can really feel that when you have them apart. This is actual kangaroo hide on the Alpinestars glove. The most notable difference between these two is that the complete lack of this aramid or Kevlar fiber on the knockoff glove. They didn't even make an attempt to imitate that or put that in there because they know most likely you're not going to see that. Whereas on here, the entire thumb is covered with that protective fabric. So what we're looking at here is the top of each glove. Now the first thing I want to show you is the foam that goes underneath each knuckle protector. On the knockoff glove, it's just a flat, cheap piece of foam. There's really not much to it. But on the Alpinestars glove, the genuine one, you can see it's got these ribs here, and it's a lot more molded to the contours of the knuckle. Now here's the interesting thing. When you flip under the knuckle protection itself, you can see really big differences in the construction. On the knockoff glove, it's just a really simple mold. There's not really much to it. But on the Alpinestars glove, you can see there's these ribs to provide additional impact absorption. You would never see that unless you had completely taken these gloves apart like we did.